Domains and stuff. So what exactly? What question do you have about domains? Let's dismiss this victory and dismiss this victory. Okay, so domains in general, number one, domains don't have to be adjacent to each other. I guess we have this modern idea that, you know, all of your territory tends to be kind of semi-close to each other. Let's sway her. Youthful vigor. Sure. So right now I can control 5. Now that's controlled by the fact that I'm a tribe, and I have 1 castle, or 4 tribal holdings and 1 castle. Nice. Okay. Gain 10 opinion of me. And the domain limit is adjusted by certain modifiers right now. So I'm a king, so that's +3. I have discovered the ledger innovation, so that's +1. And because of my stewardship skill, that's also +1. Knights Templar has been called by King Dagonis of Poland and now stand against us. Oh, come on. The Knights Templar. Where are the Knights Templar? Oh, of course, they're all the way over here. I'm not fighting against you, King Dagonis. Get out of here. Who is this? We just need to fight the Estonians. Where are they? Gonna hunt them all down. You have too many domains and give some random counties to my vassals, but I'm not sure if that's right. And if you should be giving the counties to vassals or maybe your children, and if you should keep duchy capitals for yourself. Okay, so Oiland is now finished. Let's go ahead and reassign this guy, and I'll get to that question in just a minute here. Oh, we don't have a court physician. Let's go ahead and hire one. Oh, we are commanding an army. Okay, so we can't quite do that just yet. So let's keep promoting the Finnish culture in Uppland. So what you're doing is pretty much right. If you have too many domains and you don't have a higher level, say if you're a high chieftain, you have to be able to distribute the tiles to people who are the rank beneath you. So say if your account that's lowest, you can't redistribute it to somebody else because there's no level beneath you. But if you're a high chieftain and you distribute that to other chieftains, that would make the most sense. So one thing I found out is that you don't really want to give it to people who are your children. It depends. I mean, that's a personal choice. The thing is if the kids get along with each other, great. If they don't, that's a problem, right? Because later on when the succession happens, okay, cool. We've discovered all, I think, the ones that we can discover in terms of our... See, we can't discover any of these. I don't know why we can't. This seems really buggy. We should be able to discover some of these, but we haven't reached this for some reason. We can't research things like war camels. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm going to get back to this in a second. So, if you give the counties to your vassals, I remember reading a tip saying, look for, if you can go through your vassals and when you're trying to grant something, look for a trait where that person is humble. That gives, that kind of deters that character from rising up against you if they get too powerful. Giving it to children can be good, but if your realm is going to be split up upon succession, if you start as a tribal government, that's always inevitably going to happen. That might be a problem if the kids don't get along with each other, then they might start fighting each other. And then keep the duchy capitals. My strategy is to keep, yes, the duchy capitals is a good strategy. I like keeping the richest provinces for myself, the ones with the most development, the ones that have the highest ability or the most levies. So that way, even if I do have powerful vassals, I'll still be able to have a standing army that is not completely dependent on my vassals being willing to give me their men. So for example, we have the High Chieftain of Poyama. They're very, very powerful. I don't like how powerful they are. Honestly, they have 2,700 soldiers. We control 9,000. So, earlier on, that would definitely be a huge problem. But because they're kind of weak-ish, I don't have any issue with that. It looks like they're actually fighting some of their vassals right now. I actually don't know what's going on here. Defending against Chieftain Ketu of Mesukulan the war against the tyranny of the High Chiefess Irene. So, this is the problem that can happen. If you have a bunch of vassals who don't like you, and they decide to declare independence and try to break that power, then you're in for a difficult time if you can't suppress that quickly enough. You murdered 2 of your kids to have an heir with 2 congenital traits. You know what? I mean, every playthrough is going to be different. Every character is going to be different. So Sometimes it works to do that. I know there was a plot that I had before when there was a Dano-Swedish subjugation war. The King of Sweden was my house, House Virten, and I did not want them to get pushed off the map. So I went on a little bit of a scheming spree. Went kind of Game of Thronesy on the King of Sweden. Killed the King of Sweden, his son, their most powerful warrior, and just threw the kingdom as much as I could into chaos because I was at war with a few different other people and I couldn't do anything else at that time to support that. So that option was open because my king was a schemer, and I took advantage of that option. You have to kind of use the tools that are at your disposal there. Okay, so I have a couple people I can ransom here. Viva USA. Okay, adopt feudal ways. Yes, 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 yes. Hold on, wait. Getting excited here. Fabricate claim. Okay, no. Chiefdom of so too much stuff. Adopt feudal ways. Here we go. Because we changed our government to feudal, now we can actually say, okay, one of our kids is going to get everything. It's good to give counties to vassals you plan on having your council anyways, right, since they'll be powerful. And yes, you want powerful vassals on your council. You don't want too many powerful vassals if you don't have enough spaces on your council. That's always difficult. The other thing, too, is that some of your most powerful vassals can be dumb or really bad at doing things, and so you don't want to give them those positions, right, just because they want a position on council. Having a king or a ruler who is really good at diplomacy helps with having your vassals like you. So if you have a you have a king with a lot of diplomacy tech or diplomacy perks unlocked, that definitely helps with keeping vassals in your corner. Then you can kind of do what you want with a lot more freedom, instead of saying, oh, great, now I have some guy who's, dumb as a bag of bricks, but he wants a position on the council and I have to give him one. Otherwise, he's going to be really unruly. So you want to kind of balance those things out too. Okay, now we can adopt feudal ways because we have the law of absolute tribal authority. We are an organized faith, which is something our previous king worked very, very hard to do. We are distinguished in terms of level of fame. The development level in the Chieftain of Finland is greater than or equal to 5, and we have all tribal era innovations, which is perfect. Let's go ahead and adopt feudal ways. This is something I've been working for the past 200 years. Let's save the game here. This is very exciting. So I think that's the one thing about games like this, like CK3. When you have goals that are so far away that they're not immediate, like I've literally been playing this game in game for about 200 years now, and now we can finally become feudal and not have our realm split up between all of our sons or daughters, depending on your kingdom. So that is huge. That's huge. Let's adopt feudal ways. A new era. The old ways have served us well, and we will always honor them. However, as the King of Finland, I have concluded that we must adopt feudalism and its principles if we shall continue to prosper. It is the crucial next step on our road to greatness. Long live Finland. Okay, so we are now feudal. All my tribal holdings in the realm will become castle holdings. My tribal vassals will change to feudalism. Amazing. It's like another game, a completely different way to play the game now. Or maybe not completely different, but whoa! What is happening here? Why are these armies so expensive? Oh! I think we got some buffs from being tribal. Now we don't get those buffs anymore. This is going to be more interesting. Low county control and leafs. Okay, but we can probably... Let's see if we can build something here. Parnu. Parnu, where are you? Leafs, okay. Where's our army? Okay, let's take these guys out. $24 gold, that's a lot. Okay, so there is definitely some minuses and drawbacks. I think maybe our... what just happened? Oh, no. Okay. So, you learn something new every day, right? So, it turns out, I guess, now it is a castle holding. I don't have any of these improvements. Okay. So, that's huge. So, to your question earlier, this is a very good opportunity to take a closer look at this. So, development right here. Development is something... It's... Okay, so it says it's the local infrastructure. So... The higher the development, the more money you're going to get. So all these different modifiers right here, you have increased levies, you have taxes increased by a certain amount, your supply limit is increased, monthly growth. So all these different things, the more developed a province is, the more they'll be able to give to you in terms of levies and taxes and supply limit. So I didn't discover until after I'd played the game for a little bit that you can actually send your chancellor in to increase the level of development in a county. So that becomes extremely helpful. So for example, here we have our chancellor concentrating on domestic affairs, which is really important with a new king, right? The direct vassals aren't a huge fan of me quite yet. But this is a new option. Integrate title. Duke Yellow Sawa will be assigned to integrate title effects. Integrate title. The target title becomes de jure part of your primary title. Ah, okay. So then I can. That's a whole other different game. A whole other thing. So right now, we can assign our steward. Right now, he is actually trying to convert people to the Finnish culture, or he can increase development in the county. So when you increase the development, things are faster to build. Growth happens all the time, or at an increased rate. So, for example, if we take a look here, so Satakunta is the most developed because I've been trying to constantly develop them. So they are at a level 9. There's some more rural counties here. For example, I think Kainu is a level 6. Some of these are a little bit less developed, right? So let's, for example, Sortavala. If you look at all the modifiers here, it increases the supply limit by 750, increased currency, scholarship focus. So these are things that are bestowed by the ruler, the local ruler here. The higher just in general, the higher development level, the better. It produces more income. I don't know why Sortavala dropped. Oh no, that's Sortavala. You'll notice this especially as you compare between more developed areas of the map. Okay, so for example, in Finland, we're not super well developed, right? This is a level 9. I thought that was decent. Now you look across the ocean, across the Gulf of Bothnia here, and you look at Uppland, and they're level 14. So then that increases levies, taxes, and supply limit by a lot. So for them, the levies are increased by 7%, taxes are increased by 7%. The supply limit is increased by 2,100. Compared to us, at development level 9, it's only 4.5% of levies are increased. The taxes are increased by 4%, and the supply limit is increased by 1350. So you can see even just these few levels, that's just 5 levels of difference. Now, if you look at Western Europe, which is extremely well developed, right, comparatively speaking, if you look at, say, Paris is level 27. Huge difference, right? So here, if you took a look at this, levies are increased by 13%, taxes are by 13%, supply limit increased by 40-50. So that is a lot. So these buffs, the levies and taxes that you get, and plus later on, I'm pretty sure Paradox is really good at kind of integrating a bunch of different things together. I'm sure there are other factors that affect that, and those factors that affect other modifiers. So I'm still learning in that, but just the kind of simple answer is that the higher the development, the better for you as a ruler. Short answer. So right now, I was wondering why my raised armies were costing so much money. Here's the thing. Part of it is that we're not getting that much money from my domain. And part of it, as I think, is because we are now a feudal government. The maintenance is a lot higher for these levies right here. And that's because the tribal government would pay for that with prestige. We have more champions than we actually need. Let's try brother-in-law and champion. Let's say... let's forbid this guy from being champion. Okay, now we're down to 9. Now, the maintenance for these guys is a lot higher. We need to figure out how to do that. We need to... well, we are going to have to go through and really kind of figure out what we're doing here. I guess Ulvila now loses all of those tribal things that we used to improve it in the first place. So that's also kind of a bummer, but it gives us a brand new start. But now we have to build everything from the ground up because we progressed into a different tech tree. And so I think now, which I didn't know before, all of those things are gone. All the buildings, all the improvements are all wiped, and we start over. So now that we're in this era, we're going to have to kind of rebuild Ulvila, and the first thing we want to do is build something to increase our defender advantage. Let's see. The forest fort. These fortifications are constructed in such a way that they're part of the forest they protect. Advancing armies find themselves hindered by fortifications, but also tangled in the undergrowth. That sounds like a good deal. We get increased levies, oh my goodness. Increased levies and garrison. And our fort level is increased by 1 as well. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. I just realized we are very poor at the moment. So, that was probably not the best decision to make. Whoa, what just happened here? Something fell. Alright. Now we can actually build a holding here. A castle, city, or a temple. Now, why can't we build either one of these? As a feudal ruler, you may not personally hold temple holdings. You will have to grant the holding to someone after construction. Okay. Okay, so I need gold. Aha! So you need a city and a temple to make a castle. So, in this county. Okay. We already have some of this stuff. So that's a whole new kind of mechanic there. So in terms of duchies, if you're going to be splitting them between your kids, better or worse, it just depends, right? It depends on your situation on the map. If you have 2 duchy tiles and you have 2 children, they're going to get 1 each. If you have 1, you keep the 1. But then you have to kind of balance how many of those holdings, those county holdings, are going to be directly yours. The other thing is that some counties have, all counties have a de jure hierarchy that they're a part of that might not be controlled by you. And so if you control the duchy, it'll be better for you to give that to your children so they can then legally, quote unquote, legally hold the title to that. Because if you don't hold that title, it technically belongs to somebody else, and that affects how that vassal, or the popular opinion, I think, yes, or the ruler of that. There's a bunch of different things that I'm not 100% clear on, but it also increases your prestige if you have the 2 titles. So, you know, those 2 children will then have that prestige boost because both of them have a duchy title. If you have 1, you only get the duchy title. You only get the prestige boost from one of those things. So, again, it's hard to kind of give a straight answer for a lot of these just because there are different kind of factors that you want to take into account, which is more important to you. Do you want to increase your prestige? Do you want to, do you have provinces that are unruly because you're not the technical de jure holder of the title that they should be declaring as their liege? So, and those become, those issues will differ from empire or kingdom to kingdom. So if you did, like you said, you split the 2 duchy tiles up. So let's take this for example. This duchy right here, Duchy of Pohjanmaa, is huge. They're really powerful. The Duchy of Savo only has 1 territory. So they can be very, very different in terms of their relative strength. The Duchy of Pohjanmaa has 2,700 soldiers. Savo has 473. So if they're even, that's one thing. This is a different story. Now, if you have them fight against each other, Pohjanmaa has been very, very grabby. Ever since I created that duchy, whoever's held that title has been really, really big on getting my other lowest level vassals to become their vassals. So the vassal, or the counties that I did not control but were held by other vassals of mine directly, were then involved in wars with Pohjanmaa, and I didn't have any control over any of that. So that's another really kind of interesting dynamic of this entire game, is that sometimes your vassals are going to fight each other and you have no control over it. They're just going to be doing whatever they want. Even though they're technically your vassals, they fight each other all the time. So this war is very, very expensive. We need to figure something out because we're not going to be able to take on that amount of debt for very long without incurring some kind of difficulty. So let's take a look here. We're mainly at war with the Kingdom of Estonia. We're also at war with the Kingdom of Denmark. They look like they have the same banner. That's bizarre. And the Kingdom of Poland. So we need to knock these guys out. Now, Denmark looks like they have very few soldiers. And their capital's all the way in the south over here, which is controlled by somebody else. Actually, who's controlling this? Emirbego Gundamaris of Barcelona. Okay, so they're at war with somebody else. I don't even know. We can kind of take all this territory right here. Sweden seems like they're at war with somebody else, too. Ugh. Okay, and the capital of Estonia is all the way up here. We should probably just move out in that direction. I want to take this guy out. They're annoying to me. You could. That is an option. To kill all the rest of your possible heirs so that one will get the title, that is definitely an option that is very much available to you if you choose to go that route. Causes belly cost 50. Natural dread, chivalric dominance. Bedum justum. Let's say chivalric dominance. I don't know where these Estonians are going. We should just be able to keep defeating them in battle, gain Palanga, and then we don't even have to capture the capital. We could get to 100 war score without it. It's just a lot easier usually to get the capital, but the county of Aolan gained resisting conversion for 5 years. Uh-oh. That's not great. Okay, this debt is becoming a real issue. I think we need to cut our army size in half. Your cousin Duke Carla II created the cadet branch of Virtanen and Kalevan. Okay, so this is something I'm not familiar with. I don't know what a cadet branch is. Okay, so this is founded a cadet branch. How does that even work? What does that even mean? I know that splits the family line up a little bit, but I don't know exactly how or why. Independence faction. Ugh. Stop it. Okay, we need gold. I think what we're going to do is try splitting this army up. We don't need the army to be this large. We could just split up half the army and send them home. Just admit defeat already, guys. Give me the county, you know you want to. Okay, good. Forces took King Davidson's son and heir, Castile hostage. Nice! Okay, and that's it. Yes. There we go. Sumanusco's fervor decreases by 5. Vigilance fervor decreases by 5. Allies share 200 prestige based on their contribution. Increases the opinion of the allies based on their contribution. Okay. Enforce demands. You will seize all territory within King Davidson's realm that is part of the High Chieftain of Courland. You gain 100 devotion. Perfect. Okay, now this army needs to disband. Goodness. Oh no. So pretty much we're at dead even. We're not even... Okay, so now we need to figure out what's happening here. Autonomous vassals. Direct vassal opinion plus 10. If we increase crown authority, rulers can change between available partition succession laws. Titles can be revoked. Vassals can be retracted. Clan government vassals will provide at least 5% of levies and 2% of income. Okay, let's do that. Pass the law. Can we ransom a bunch of people? Okay, we've reached the domain limit. Oh, 9 out of 5. Yes, we need to reassign those. Yeah, we need to figure this out. This is not great. I have not figured out how to do that yet. Now, we do have an army that we pay for. Holdings of the wrong type. A holding is the cap... Wait, a holding is a capital. Are wrong for your type of government and should be granted to someone else. What do you mean? Oh, Grobin Pilten against Selpils. Okay, so these are all... Wrong type of government. Oh, it's a tribal holding. As opposed to a feudal holding. Okay. Well, we're going to grant these out anyway, so that's a different thing we have to control. You're in debt, yes. Thank you. Disabled buildings. Some of your buildings are disabled. Okay, so all of these right here, we just need to reassign them, number one. Let's... Now that we've figured out the war, we have gained this whole territory, we have the title, we don't have the money to create it. we have to figure out who to give these to. So this is kind of pertinent to the question you had about who do you sign things to. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for 4 of these provinces right now. So Prince Yorva is my half-brother. Bunch of factions. Nobody's powerful quite yet. Go on a pilgrimage, invite claimants, invite champions, search for physician. What was I in the middle of doing? That's right. I need to give these provinces out to people. Now, the military, we're not paying for any levies at the moment. Men-at-arms. Yeah, we're... this is interesting. Now it's going to be a whole different kind of economy. That's right. I was trying to see if we had anybody who can ransom. Because we need the money. Guess not too many people. For 10 gold, fine. Whatever. Duke Otso, who is this guy? Ah, nope, peasant revolt leader, forget it. Who do we want to grant these to? Okay, let's see if we can get anybody who's humble. Let's take a look here what we're doing. Humble. Humble. Hanusep. Okay, Hanu, you'll go ahead and get one of these. You can get Grobin. Let's grant Piltenet to somebody else. I think these guys are also humble as well. Vesa. Duke Bode of Karelia. No, he already has a bunch of stuff. Hanu of Grobin already has a bunch of stuff. Okay, so Vesa. County of Anamana. Yes. Okay, Riga. Oh, this is a really big one. I kind of want to hold on to that one. But that means I need to get rid of something else. Akala I want to hold on to. Akala, Satakunta, Turku, Parnu, Riga, and Selpias. Okay, so if out of all of these, Parnu, Livs is the most developed, but it only has 4 slots. Zemigalians and Riga actually has 2 more because it's a duchy. It's a duchy building and a special building. So I think I'm going to grant Parnu to somebody else. Uvage. Sure. I don't really trust this guy, but he seems to be humble. Is that his thing? Yes. Opinion of Liege plus 10. That's why you want to give it to somebody who's humble. Because they have a higher opinion of you as a humble person. And now let's grant Selpilis to somebody else. Nemetti. That sounds fine. Okay. That's right. I hold Memel as well. So Memel and Riga are both mine. I don't know why I can't... How do I make it non-tribal? So this is something I'm not sure about how to fix. Feudalize tribe. Destroy all the buildings and turn it into feudal. Aha! That's what we have to do. That sucks, but alright. I guess I'll have to do that then. $500 gold? Oh, come on. That's whack. Okay, so the fact when you change to that, you have to get rid of all the tribal buildings. That's not cool, man. Now I can't get anything out of this right here. That's rough. I didn't know that. If I knew this, I wouldn't have done something like that. You know what? Let's go ahead and grant it to somebody else. Okay, I'll let them take care of all of that. You can usurp the High Chieftain of Courland. Now that I can do. But I need money to do that. So. Oh my goodness, how long is it going to take to increase this? This is ridiculous. Okay, I think I can actually negotiate a vassal... I think I can renegotiate the tribal or the contract feudal. Why are they clan vassals? Okay, this I don't get. I don't know why she's a clan vassal while everybody else is feudal. They're giving me nothing. No, I need more from you guys. That's ridiculous. Unrepresented, a Russian man from Estonia has come to petition me for increased representation in my government. My lord, we are your loyal subjects, but we have no say in how our communities are governed. Would it be so much to ask for one of our own people to have a place in your administration? What? I don't think there's any Russians in Estonia. Not in my part of Estonia, anyway. Or maybe these Newcastle, maybe these regions are. What? No, I'm not going to give somebody... Konstantin Turgenev gets the Duchy of Estonia and the County of Narva. No. I can loosen the reins in exchange for his service. County of Narva. Where is Narva? Did I just gain something without realizing something? I have no claim on this title. Who's the current holder? Oh, Viek. Oh, there's Narva. Not happening. Oh, they're Russian. When did that happen? Not happening. Okay, well, we're going to go in there and change that. We need more gold. This is a problem. Your vassal Count Olavi created the cadet branch Virtanen Porvo. I don't know how people create vassal branches or cadet branches. Not rightful liege. Okay, whatever. Do you want to be the vassal of the King of Estonia then? Oh. Astrid. Oh no, I'm not going to have you. You're disloyal. This is a problem. I don't know how to renegotiate a vassal contract here. Modify feudal contract. Okay, actually, let's take a look here. Yeah, so our biggest vassals need to pay up. Irene Pohjanmaa. Yeah, that's 3%. Forget it. 10%? Taxable income. That's it? Okay, Duke Karla needs to get taxed more for sure. Yes, and Duke Budo. Actually, Duke Budo needs to be... Let's renegotiate this contract here. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff happening here. Feudal tax level, feudal levies level, use a hook. Ugh. I have no idea how to figure this out quite yet. Maybe we need to get rid of some of our soldiers. That's a really large army. Maybe that's the thing. We don't actually need all these guys. Let's decrease the size to 4 for all of this for the most part. Let's decrease everything by 1 size here. That will help a little bit. Ugh. How do we get this money? All of those development buildings. I didn't know that switching to tribalism would do that. Or feudalism would do that. Ugh. Can we raid? I don't think that's an option anymore. Yeah, no, we can't. That's a crazy amount of debt. And why is she not paying anything? Ugh. Spouse, up to the task. So my counselor believes the job is there by right of blood or influence alone. Let's see. No ID autos in these guidance. There we go. Okay, that's right. Are we researching anything here? Oh, we're still not quite there yet. I don't know how to get rid of the unraised men-at-arms. That's a lot. I think that's a very large army considering the size of our kingdom. Yeah, I think... Nice, okay. Yeah, I think this whole army size could probably decrease that by quite a bit. I mean, compared to these other armies, I mean, West France, look at how huge they are. And their standing army is only, what, 10,000 soldiers? So, for a large army, they have, what, 600, 820 soldiers? Oh, when did this become part of Sweden? Kolik Virden has a claim on the High Chieftain of Gemayorka. What just happened here? When did that become part of Sweden? What is happening? Okay. So, an army as large, or for an empire as large as West France, they only have a standing army of 820. Let's see, the Byzantines, they have an army, okay, well, they're huge. So that's 1700, 1900, 2200. Okay. Yeah, 2300, but they're gigantic. That's a huge empire. So we actually, our army's a little out, it's not in scale. Oh, wow. Why is the Umayyad only have how many soldiers? Faction created against me, who? Duchess Amu created the Liberty faction. Who is Duchess Amu? Where are you from? Romance, scheme, power. Sure. Or what's this? Serve the crown. Natural dread, control. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we definitely need to get rid of all these extra soldiers that we have. We don't need all of those. So, number one, let's get Prince Athos married. With the Bjarmians? At Badhayarid. That would be an alliance with the Gimayorka. Inga Dagsdotter Bil. Okay, she's really good at intrigue. Chieftain of Dal. Okay. Chieftain Polotsk. She's not 16 because she's a child. There we go. She is chaste. Okay, so that would be hard for fertility reasons. He's 6. So, let's see. Shush, wow, that's a name. Shuksh Doroika of Kerken. My niece. Ah, that would be inbreeding for sure. Oh, actually, no. But how old is she already? She's already 12 and he's 6, so that might not be great. Count Vesta's friendship. If anything, his obsessive desire to impress me and his blundering displays of fabricated affection have only made me dislike him more. Leave me alone, bud. Mustasari gained a military presence for 5 years. Log force constructed in Ulvila. Okay. We definitely need to figure out how to increase our money here. So where can we increase control? I forget what the colors represent. Is it green is higher? I'm assuming? Let's take a look. So Ulvila has 100. So Finland, Turku is 100. Memel is 100. Okay, so purple is 100 control. No county corruption. Okay. Satakunta. Yeah, why isn't this 100%? It says 100 though. I don't get it. Oh, 75. That's why something happened. Ask for gold interaction on your head of faith. Borrow gold from the Holy Order. Wait, what? Huh. Rest for the weary. Sweaty, tired, and in need of food. A long day of training with the troops is coming to an end. As we search for a place to camp, we spot an old and abandoned castle in the distance. Widening my stance, I declare that's where we will make our camp tonight. The sun is setting, and with every step towards the ruin, it looks more ominous. Before long, the soldiers are whispering about ghosts. Nope, let's see. Let's venture inside. Treasure! We search the upper floors. Trinkets and baubles. Alright. Yep, this debt is not great. Let's, we can disband some of these armies, or of our... Yeah, we have, what? Way too many. Let's reduce it again. Yeah. This debt is going to be hard to climb out of. I haven't been that much in debt before in the kingdom. That's rough. We lost all of our improvements because we changed to feudalism. So all the tribal holdings had to be destroyed. What? No. Oh, come on. Where is this? Every county in the faction, fine. Tax lien? Where is this, though? It's not telling me where he's at. That's really annoying. I should be able to see, okay, well, you know, a tax lien to where? Is that every county? No. Maybe in Satakunta. Oh, and Akel maybe. Why is control so low there? Nope. Let's put somebody there. "52 years? What? 52 years? You've got to be kidding me. Base, martial skill, control growth modifiers. What is this? Lackluster administration. Okay, good. Lost Thieves Guild. Increased autonomy. Goodness. Hopefully that changes. That's obnoxious. Okay. Religious relation. No, no, no. Convert faith. What are you doing? Okay. Still massively in debt. Monetary administrations. My king, I could not help notice, but you might benefit from some monetary aid, of course. My steward, Duke Budo, glances down and proposes an arrangement, a loan to ease the burden on my treasury. Your help is appreciated, so I'll borrow 75 gold from Budo. I will need to repay loan decision to repay the loan. Duke Budo gets a weak hook on me. Okay. I'm not that desperate. No, yeah, that's fine. Designated guardian. Okay, who... No ID. Let's have the no ID become his guardian. I've been hosting your Chancellor Duke Yellow for several weeks, and he's helped me to truly see the splendor of the realm under your rule. I'm nothing less than honored to serve as your vassal, finally. Gains 30 opinion me for 5 years. Why is she a clan... Am I trying to sway anybody right now? I am. Oh, the queen. No, I don't really need that. Okay, good. Making progress there. Offer guardianship. Offer Duchess Astrid a guardian, making someone in her court the ward of the chosen adult. Undisciplined recruits. Today I'm observing Count Saba as he trains some of his new levies, but the recruits under his command resemble a disorganized mob more than an army. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Teach him what I know. Advice accepted. I pull Count Sabe over to one side. After I finish, Sabe thanks me before strolling back onto the field, where he quickly takes control of the situation. So he has increased martial by 2 and gained 20 opinion of me. Demand conversion? No. Dalabo, Swedish subjugation war. Wait, your neighbor King Hahu has won against Chieftain Dog. Okay, good. I think he's... Yeah, he's House of Firthanen. East Saxa. What is happening? What is happening in Sweden? The comfort of a friend. There are a few things I enjoy more than Sadme's company. Oh, good. I have a friend. Half-sister and friend. Lose 12 stress. Oh, good. Come to Ikara, gain 20 opinion of me. Good. So this is going to take a while to get everybody on my side, but it's happening. Sway. Sway Duchess Astrid. Create the Duchy of Courland. Okay, good. Oh, but I don't have the gold for that. Oh, come on. We're almost out of debt. What's happening here? Raid. Who's raiding me? Kitka. Sweden is now most of Bjarmeland. Okay, let's see. What perk can we get? Strict organization. I know there's one to reduce maintenance. I think that's going to be hugely important. Here we go. Prepared conscription. Control territory defender advantage. There we go. The sacking of Akel. After a tense siege, Chief's cast succeeded in penetrating the fortified settlement of Akala and set her soldiers pillaging everything of value. In short order, they will have stripped half of Greater Akala of its wealth. That fiend! I will avenge the slight. We will rebuild Akel. I don't have the gold for that. Fiend! Where is that? Where is that county? Kitka, huh? I guess I can't raise an army to raid anymore. Virtuous No ID celebrated. Suwanosko's fervor increased by 10. Yasmina gained 250. Oh, she's a new No ID. Oh, so somebody's Suwanosko over here. Wow. How did that happen? Old Suwanosko. Okay, so Suwanosko's starting to spread. Good. Old Suwanosko's up here. And here. We're so close to being out of debt. I still don't know how to maintain an army like this, though. So that's going to be different. We have a lot of levies. I actually want more of these onagers instead of levies. The way of the sword, the endless clash of metal on metal, the chafing of armor, the sting of sweat. It's a dance that is as familiar as it is exhausting to heft my sword, attack, dodge, defend, and repeat. Maybe it would be do me good to practice my skills with another weapon. Let's see. Me and my trusted sword will not part. Yep, we'll do that. It's because we don't have a court physician. If anything happened to him, that would be bad. Okay, let's see. Zealous. Chivalry, patronage, managed domain, court intrigue. She's not great at patronage. Let's just have her assist ruler. It's kind of balanced that way. Actually, how about Marshal? Demonstration of leadership. My cousin Ducarla has been hovering around my council meetings lately. Knowing his interest in matters of leadership, I cannot help feel that the man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There is something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. We should go greet some recruits. Levy reinforcement rate? I mean, we're not really... What's his opinion of me? Oh no, let's just discuss methods of communication. The people of Nara have fully embraced Finnish traditions. Great work, Budo. Fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, what is this? Okay, we don't need to change culture now. Let's increase development. Oh, domain taxes. Is that already 1.7? Increase development here in Satakunta. Count Uvaga converted culture, converted from Latgalian to Finnish. Oh, where's this? Okay, cool. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I've been a good vassally, but surely you understand I have a subject of my own too. My current contract is very restrictive. Surely you would see the wisdom of making it more lenient. And besides, you do owe me. Fine. Low levy contribution. Feudal contract negotiations have been blocked. Got me there. Okay, so I feel like this is a pretty good place to stop. Now, the funny thing is that, ironically enough, we don't really have to worry about our domain being split. Now, we don't have too many kids. That's kind of an issue. Let's see if we can take a concubine. Oh, there's no concubines to be had, apparently, and we're still in debt. Let's take a look at... Okay, so he has the martial lifestyle. Dread gain control growth. Here we go. That's something we need as the authority focus. Let's select that. I don't want him to be at the head of the army. He is a decent commander, but he's much better not being out in the front of the battle. So we can't take any more concubines on. Who are we swaying? I think we are trying to sway Duchess Astrid. Okay, good. So that succeeded. Let's call that off and try to sway our wife again. 21%. Seems pretty low. Relationships, friends. Question of loyalty. My wife, Queen Yeva, is with child and I should be overjoyed. However, she's been acting strange. Okay, let's see. Let's... Intrigue challenge. Let's do the intrigue challenge. We can succeed. Suspicions laid to rest. Okay, good. Unfortunately, she found out, and she's very disappointed in me. That's fine. At least I know that it's my kid. Oh, we're almost out of debt. That was a big problem with a couple of our previous king, right? This guy's technically only... He wasn't actually the son? Prince Athos. Does he have a guardian? Oh, he does have a guardian. Chiefdom of Dal. This might be helpful. Greedy, diligent, patient. Let's take... Is fertile? That's not a trait. Hail. Robust. Kivuta Virtanen. Is that just my family? Oh, actually, no, that's fine. County of Stada. Matilda of Berlin has a claim on the county of Berlin. Oh, she's 47. That would... Oh, wait, no. Kivutar, she is bossy, brave, and robust. Yeah, that works. Let's see. Is there anybody who has the trait of... bright? Quick. Nope. What's the other, not the one that's better than quick? It's not genius. Stupid. Okay, that's obviously not it. Slow. Oh no. Intelligent? Uh-oh, what happened here? A daughter. Okay, Paivi. Yeah, that works. There we go. Intelligent. Who is intelligent? Ranvik Ranena's daughter of Yemplan. Okay, that actually works. She is zealous, fickle, calm, intelligent. Yeah, and that's congenital. Let's do that. And she's Norwegian. Perfect. Alliance formed with High Chieftain Ranjar Otterson of Viken. Excellent. Oh, okay. Who is a vassal of the King of Estonia, huh? Interesting. Oh, we are finally out of debt. Wow. Took so long. That's ridiculous. We definitely need to do something. This is almost like we're starting over with all of our buildings. Enduring hardships. And we can get prepared conscription. So army maintenance will be cheaper. That's huge. Davgom Sabmi has the claim on the High Chieftain of Auriatia. So I think this is a good place to pause for today, or to say this is a good round. So in this last playthrough, we were finally able to organize the Sumanusko religion. We were able to become feudal, transition away from tribal, but now we have to rebuild everything from the ground up because it looks like all of our buildings are gone. So we're going to have to play catch up in a lot of ways economically. We do have control now of Uppland, Gästrikaland, and Åland. So we have this territory across the Gulf of Bothnia. We did get the Duchy of Courland as well. We do have a new king, obviously, King Erki. And we're in a pretty good position here to do well, to keep enforcing or expanding within this Gulf of Bothnia. We can make this our Mare Nostrum. So, thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. We'll play this soon. Thanks for hanging out. If you like the content, go ahead and follow me here. I also have a YouTube channel up that you should be able to get access to from that. We also have a Discord community that we're starting up. Feel free to join any of those communities. Follow me on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. Thanks again. I'll see you later.